It is Berlin's most photographed landmark, Brandenburg Gate, built in 1791 as a symbol of peace and unity. But in time of World War II, बर्लिन वॉल बनने के बाद ये गेट नो मैन्स लैंड में आ गया था एंड स्टेड एज डिवाइडर बिटवीन ईस्ट एंड वेस्ट बर्लिन.
पीछे जो आप फोर्ट मेमोरियल देख पा रहे हो, ये मेमोरियल 1945 में सोवियत यूनियन के द्वारा बनाया गया था. यहाँ पे सोवियत सोल्जर्स शहीद हुए थे, अराउंड 2000 सोल्जर्स. और ये कोल्ड वॉर के टाइम पे सोवियत यूनियन की पावर का भी एक सिंबल था. एंड ये मेमोरियल रिमाइंडर है पीस की इम्पोर्टेंस का आज के इस कंटेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड के अंदर. What is your name?
Okay, so hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi, my name is Verena. I work here as a guide in the weekends for people when they have questions about the wall.
Yeah,
they can come and ask me anything they want to.
What was the experience of people before wall fell down?
Yeah, the wall was built quite a long time ago. If you think of it, it was in 1961. It was built in August, on the 13th of August, so in the middle of the summer when people were having holidays, and at the weekend when they were not working, and in the middle of the night. So they went to bed, and next day when they woke up, they were divided. People in Berlin could no longer cross from one side to the other.
East and west?
East and west, yes. So there were still a lot of people which lived on one side and would work on the other, or for example pupils who had their school on the other side. So there was still a lot of movement in Berlin between the two sides. The rest of Germany had already been divided in 1952, but in Berlin you could still also leave the eastern side and go to live in the western side if you wanted.
Okay, so what was the major difference between West Berlin and East Berlin?
The difference, they were made by the Allies also, the different opinions. The Cold War started after the Second World War, so you had two systems going on here. One on the Soviet side, especially after 1949, when the two German states were founded, you had two economical systems and also two ways of dealing with people. You had much more freedom on the Western side. In certain professions, especially academic ones, you would earn much more And so you had a free market economy, and the other side was like a planned economy, where not everything sometimes went as well as it should. Myself, I also had family in the East, so I still witnessed the wall functioning. I could actually visit my family in the East, and I went there every summer as a child. But my family in the East couldn't visit me.
In the West?
Yeah, in the West. So they had quite a different life. They were not as fortunate. They couldn't choose so well, for example, their profession. Some of them couldn't study if they weren't communist. It was not easy. And so they were, in a way, they had a lot of disadvantages. They couldn't travel so much. They were not free to speak up their opinion.
Yeah.
Some of them, you have to be fair, they were in the Communist Party. Probably they didn't live as well, but we never visited them because it would be bad for their career if they had contact with Western family. So we just saw one part of the family.
Yeah. And what was the experience when the wall fell down, and how people who were living in East came here, how they found the land, how they found the houses here, and everybody left East, or some of remained there as well?
Well, they remained in the East. And when the wall came down, also my friends and family, they came straight away to visit. For them, it was a moment of joy, also for both sides, a big moment of joy. But I remember one of the first things they said was they were a bit disappointed by the housing, because it didn't look as different from there, like buildings which you call in German Plattenbauten, which were made with ready-made concrete plates.
Yeah.
And so I was a student, so I was also living in a house which didn't look as nice. So in a way they were disappointed, but that changed.
Don't worry. I tried so hard.
So I wanted to ask you, how's life in Berlin compared to other German cities? How it's different?
Berlin is like multicultural city because you got like I would say in one direction you have like Mexican people, also African people, but also Chinese people or Asian people.
Yeah.
It's like in every corner you have different cultures,
Yeah.
people of different cultures, and also you have like different activities. Like okay, you can go to the club, but also you can go to the museum. It's like it's big. It's you can find, I would say, everything in Berlin.
Okay, and like why mostly artists and people like who are in love with art are most attracted to Berlin? Is there anything specific, or it's like as you said, like international culture or something like that, or is it more like it's a hotspot for the art or the creativity? I would say like
I would say what I know, I can speak for another people,
yeah,
but my opinion is like the most of the artists that come to Berlin, they have the support of the government because they get money from the government or for the school, that they go to the college or study and then make like their dream lifestyle to live that they want. And I would say this is the reason why most of the artists come to Berlin.
okay, and. What does a typical life of Berliner look like from the day to the night? What do you do?
If I would say speak not for myself, but from the another people like I know and see, it's like you work,
Yeah.
then you have your friends, then you go drinking on Friday, Saturday, then you sleep one day, and then you go again to work. This is like the people I know.
Okay, like this is kind of typical.
The typical Berlin lifestyle.
Berlin
Like
lifestyle.
you have maybe some free time, but you also enjoy it with your friends, like in the park or the museum or in some kebab shop. But like I said, you wake up, you work, after work you do something maybe, and then when it's Friday you go party.
Okay, and what about the club scene? Like I know, like Berlin is famous for its clubs. So
You have standard clubs, like a normal club in every country,
Yeah.
but it goes like to crazy stuff, like to how it is in English, like
Berghain.
Berghain, yeah, difficult to come in,
Yeah.
but also like erotic clubs for couples. So it's you have a big choice where you want to go to the club. You must only maybe find it on Google or with some connections.
Okay.
It's not so hard, but you have from normal clubs to, I would say, to crazy clubs that you've never been.
So I think like people listen a lot of techno. Do you like techno? Yeah.
I hear techno sometimes, yes, but like in Berlin, if you go to the Warschauer Straße,
Yeah.
and every people like that you meet on Warschauer Straße, you see techno outfit. Under the bridge is a techno rave, like
Yeah.
with a music box.
And when a newcomer or a tourist like me coming to Berlin, what things I should keep in mind? Like you are not offending people or something like that. Like, is there anything typical something?
I know, like in different countries, like America, there is like it's normal to talk
To
in the
strangers.
grocery store, like, "Hey man, what's
up?"
going on? How's your day?" And in Germany, it's like, "Man, what the fuck you want from me? Like, I want grab my apple and rice and maybe schnitzel and don't bother me like that."
Is it hard to make like German friends? I read it on Reddit sometimes.
I would
And
say if you don't get too friendly, because then might they think like
you want to take
wa-
advantage or something
Yes.
from them. Okay. Okay. And what is Berlin's typical food?
Kebab,
Kebab, doner?
kebab, currywurst, and I will say that will be it.
Okay. Time. Nice to meet you, man. And I hope best for your future.
You too.